Ya Nina, aka hello, hope you are doing well. Today's task at hand is to celebrate while retrospectively reviewing Proverb's entire discography. It's not an easy task, not because of Ngoba he has 5 albums, but some of these albums have memories and emotions behind them.
This and that.
If you are a thinking person, there are points in your life where you notice a flaw in your thinking. 2010 with Philip here, me in grade 10 and a bit of wiggle space with my personal radio. I mean, I could lock my door and music volume with E-Tag playing, with some repercussions, especially with Biggest interlude, a no-go hands, cannabis, sticky fingers, Sean G, immortal technique, and Proverb sequentially, sometimes with some repeats of hip-hop mentality, the most repeated and most me song next to Sing for the Moment, yeah, Eminem. So at this point, I have to say before 2010, I, with all my narrow mind, believed rap in vernacular, leave English to English speakers. And then on Mix It, I met a dear sister, Utwala, now Mrs. Mbele. She loved Lil Wayne. Yes, as no one was as insistent on Lil Wayne as that person. Jesus Christ. And then later on put me on to Proverb. This was like 2009. And since then I've had a sister for life, Mbele, formerly Twala. Okay, so in 2010, I had the first audio book that EMC wrote, which was the Book of Proverb. Not knowing, a year later, 2006, he released another project titled Manuscript, which I had with Rites of Passage in 2011. Kosu Chase, wherever that MP3 is, I think it's MP3 again in 2011. It had a microphone. I thank God for that MP3. So now a retrospective listen throughout the 5 books and somewhat fond memories of decoding and feeling liberated. You could play Proverb like your sister, auntie, your mother's sister. You could play Proverb like they were playing There's a Stranger in My House, like Minor Tangent. Why weren't overt innuendos in R&B songs as frowned upon as E-Tag screaming, first of all, nigga, fuck your bitch? Like, if you're black, South African, you probably grew up listening to Kid Sweats serenading nobody, but you couldn't necessarily play E-Tag. Tangent is over. Yeah. So, Proverb mina ngithi wenza i-gospel. His first projects have proverbial advisory, exquisite content. Not parental, but proverbial advisory, exquisite content. That is the reason why I say he makes it gospel. Like, I mean, who else do you know in this tough guy industry that doesn't swear? If that isn't a gospel rap, because I've listened to Lacrae before, dude rapped. Okay. Now I'm getting into the actual projects. Project 1, 2005. The messaging was clear, which was, I rap, and I think we all could be on the same platform. Just respect the way I do it. At this moment, allow me to say prose, the furthest thing from a conscious rapper. He is the verb to Tumi's volume. Please, if you think they are the same, let me know with a comment. I may be wrong. So yeah, the fact that his first 2 projects happened in consecutive years, with the writing getting better with such a young rest in between, also lends him to just wanting to rap. The Book of Proverb is an intro to nothing but rapping with a formula in mind, and then Manuscripts is a manifesto of the perfected formula with a few for the people that thought like me. One interesting thing about both projects, both books, is that they are structured in I am rap, this is love, and then summations of the broader projects. With the first one, the book of Proverb, rapping with sex, rhymes, and back, while manuscripts ends with the journey, stop, think. So Umchita has a series on YouTube titled Out the Box. He even whipped out his old notebook and explained his formula for one song, which is 3 verses, a hook, and maybe a bridge. Now think about that. Leon Toleo, he whipped it out and said it. He had it since 1990 something. So it's 2 projects, each with 16 songs. Now apply that formula, you see how much writing's actually going on. 3 entire years between manuscripts and rites of passage. That is his third offering. That's the first project where his actual growth is written, not just in terms of penmanship, but adulting. Listen to the content of that of that project. The last 2 projects are Forthright and The Red Tape, with the former needing me to grow up as well, because the subject matter has not really changed that much, but the praise has become overt. As I said, Mchita is a gospel rapper, and dude has an actual career behind him. And the latter, Red Tape, being a bit true to form, as in he looks to rap for rap's sake, but doesn't lose that growth in his pen, but does sometimes revert to those hard to get through beats from previous projects. Okay, I would sing because there are some songs like there's Let's Go is going to always be the example I go with. Let's Go, it sounds like it's one thing, as in the beats and the lyrics they're probably on the same volume. That is what I mean. But that's only for my hooks. Most of my verses are, the real reason why ngichaza lento le about the beats is because I have a friend who he talked about the Discography Proverb, and he said he had a problem getting through the entire thing because of the beats. Ngavuma, listened carefully, and then I realized that it's usually the hooks where he does the hooks himself, but the verses are usually audible, and then Red Tape has master's degree. Hey, I'll remain silent on that song. I'll just remain silent on that song. So yeah, in conclusion, I wish I could break down my lyrics, rhyme schemes, and entire concepts that some of my favorite artists have committed to wax. But since all I can seem to do is tell you about my experiences with wax pertaining to Proverb, being part of the very reason why I can scream bars even for vernacular rap, I can only say thank you, Proverb EMC, for being a part of my formative hip-hop later years, and for being part of a rebellious phase without actually getting a kafir in trouble. Listen to everything he has to offer. You won't regret it. Oh, and dude is a gospel rapper because of rites of passage. There's a song where he raps in tongues. And if you're a non-believer, a kafir, you will not hear what he is saying. So a gospel rapper because of Kista original. Mina angisakho.